Hi everyone, and welcome again to my kitchen. This is Mage Engage, where my aim is to introduce you, the Magento community, to you, the Magento community. Today I'm joined by the new Magento community manager, Sherrie. Hi!
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Superb, thank you. So before we get started, how about you introduce yourself to everyone that's watching?
Sure. My name is Sherry. I live in Canada right now. I moved here about 2.5 years ago from the States. I'm originally from Illinois. So I moved here to work with Sweet Tooth, who is a Magento partner at the time and still a really big player in the Magento ecosystem. And now I'm getting ready to move back to the States, but to California. So 30 years of snow is enough for me, despite what Instagram may show. I'm not really a fan, and ready to be in the sun.
Yes, get some nice hot weather, get away from the snow. Are the winters bad?
No, they're not terrible. I just don't like winter, and so I hibernate.
Okay. Okay. Then the move sounds like it'll work well, I think.
Yes.
Okay. And you are getting involved in the as a community manager,
Yes.
so heavily involved in the forums, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. And I'll be working on the small business team with Ryan and Lee and Ben. So
Cool.
part of that initiative.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's all interesting, but what we I want to talk about today is your passion and your love for animals, if that is okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start from the very beginning and let's talk about your pets. So, what was the first pet you ever had?
So the first pet I had was actually a guinea pig. I think I was about a year and a half old at the time. And I don't know, I think maybe one of my parents thought it was a good idea and didn't run by the other one. I'm not really sure what happened there.
Uh-huh.
But apparently they smell really bad and they're a big pain to take care of. And 1.5-year-olds actually can't care for them very well.
Mhm.
So that only lasted, I don't know, not long, and then they got rid of it. From there, I think I moved on to goldfish for a
Okay.
while. Um, had a few of those until I think everyone just got tired of them dying. So
Yeah. Mm.
I got my first cat when I was 6. My grandpa always had barn cats, and I think that's when how I became obsessed with them.
Mhm.
Um, and so I ended up getting one for my 6th birthday and had her for maybe a couple months until my brother, who would have been like 2 or 3 at the time, accidentally or intentionally, I'm not really sure, it's hard to say with 2-year-olds, hit her in the head with a wiffle ball
Oh.
bat. So she
Mm.
actually ended up going blind, and at the time, my dad was like, absolutely no way is the cat staying inside. And so we had to find a home for her where she could be
Jeez.
indoors, and I ended up with a new cat from there.
Hmm. Okay. And have you had cats all the way, or has there been other interesting animals on?
I had a newt for a while, like a
Hmm.
little salamander, and they actually are interesting because you can get them out and play with them and everything, but they have to keep their skin wet. So, like their habitat,
Ah.
they have water that they can swim around in and everything, but then they also need to be able to breathe above the water. So
Hmm.
we had like this rock platform and whatnot that they could climb up on and everything too.
Hmm.
So they were pretty. I think I only had one. My brother had a couple,
Okay.
but they can live together, so they were in one tank.
Oh, nice.
And then in university for a while, I also had a betta fish,
Hmm.
uh, and they cannot cohabitate with each other. They will actually like flare up and try to kill each other.
Wow.
But they're really pretty. And I made fun of everyone for having fish in university, but I got to the point where I couldn't stand not having a pet of some sort, so I got one. And he was actually really playful. I would make like little clicking noises at him, and he would make them back.
Hmm.
And my roommates and I were doing Taibo one day, and he started like swimming like crazy in his little jar, like he was doing it as well.
Nice.
Little kickboxing beta fish. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And at the moment, you just have one cat?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about it? It's a girl, right?
Yes, she is a girl. Her name is Matilda. I adopted her from the Humane Society
Hmm.
7 years ago.
Okay.
So, Yeah, I usually refer to her more as like a pesky little sister or a toddler that
Okay.
never grows up and never learns other words, just meow. What does meow mean? I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And she moved with you when you came over to Canada?
She did, yeah.
Hmm.
So moving across the border was interesting. I didn't really know like fully what to expect. Except for I did know that cats and dogs are able to move across the border without quarantine or anything. You just
Okay.
need vet records to show that they're up to date. So my best friend actually drove with me, and we drove up the U-Haul, and Matilda was just hanging out in the front. We tried to like put her into the pet taxi, to actually like cross the border
Okay.
so that she wouldn't cause a bunch of commotion or anything, but she was not having it. Like something about crossing the bridge to the border, she
Yeah.
was super excited and like she dug her claws into the dashboard and refused to move. So she
Uh-huh.
just crossed in the front with people. Like,
Yeah.
big deal.
Okay. I've had a few cats and can say that they are terrible travelers. I don't think I've ever had a
She's
good
just good
cat.
in the car. She,
Okay.
yeah, she actually really likes riding in the car. So
Just not in her, as long as she can ride as a person in her own seat, whatever she
exactly,
wants. Okay.
yes, and trample you whenever she feels like it.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people have the opinion that dogs are like the happy ones and cats are, like you said, grumpy little toddlers.
Yes, very much Garfield and Odie.
Yeah. That's a good example. Yeah, really good example. Is your cat a very sociable cat? Does she spend a lot of time with you, or
Sometimes, her idea of spending time with me though is just being nearby. Like right now, she's about 2 feet away from me, and if I try to bring her over here, she'll throw a fit.
right?
But she does get a little bit of anxiety and whatnot if I'm gone like for too long. And whenever we come home, I have a couple of roommates. Whenever we come home, like she's always really excited and has tons to tell us and. Um, yeah, I think I have some friends that I think are friends with me mostly for her, not really for me, but
Okay.
it's all right.
All right. So you've had quite a lot of pets and a wide variety of pets. Is there one dream animal or dream pet that you could have? Any
Uh,
possibility. So you could have a whale, a shark, you could have some monkeys, whatever you want.
so it doesn't have to be real then.
No, I'll let you, whatever. If you want to keep them, you can have them, yeah?
All right, then I would have to go with either a dragon
Hmm.
or Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. And any reason why those two options?
Well, because dragons fly and breathe fire, so why not?
Hard to complain, yeah, okay. Mhm.
And Stitch is just awesome. I don't know. I love that movie. I'm a big Disney fan anyway, but
Okay.
life would never be boring if Stitch was your pet.
Yes, that's true. It would be very entertaining, I guess. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm a little surprised. I thought you would have gone with something like a monkey. But a dragon is a good option. Yeah, yeah.
I did want a monkey for a long time,
Hmm.
actually. I can't remember if my interest in them started before or after Africa, but
Hmm.
my parents took me to a zoo for family vacation one year, and I tried to adopt basically every exhibit that we walked by. There were a lot of babies at the time, so like I think there were like baby tigers playing or
Okay.
something. Um, and so through a series of events, they ended up sending me to Africa for a couple of months,
Oh, wow.
to spend time with a family that we knew there in Zimbabwe. And while I was there, we went to a place called Lion and Cheetah Park,
Hmm.
which is I can't remember if it's like it started out as like a rescue place or what, but there's a lot of the big cats from movies are there. So like the
Okay.
lion from The Gods Must Be Crazy is there. And while I was there, I got to hold and feed a little baby baboon, and it was like such a big highlight for me. I was so excited, and I
Cool.
really wanted to bring it home with me, but they wouldn't let me because apparently, when they grow up, they're not nice animals.
Right.
Uh, so I don't
Okay.
know, like if you've ever seen Tarzan, there's a scene where Jane goes to like pick up the little baby baboon, and it's super cute and nice and friendly, and then like all of the adults come like screeching by all crazy.
Oh, okay. So they get grumpy when they get older.
I guess so.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think after that, when I got home, is when I started what I called Operation Monkey, and actually did some research into like if monkeys were legal in Illinois, and if so, like what
Right.
breeds and where the closest vet was that knew how to work with monkeys. I narrowed it down to a spider monkey because I
Okay.
thought that it was the coolest.
Hmm.
However, then I found out that they improve their grip by peeing on their feet, which is really disgusting.
Yeah, that's quite bad. Oh wait, toddlers sometimes do that, so don't worry. It's again like a
Yeah,
toddler. Hmm.
I'll leave that to people with toddlers. I don't have one of those.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell you yeah, sometimes it happens.
Is it specifically to improve their grip, though?
I never ask. I just clean up. Yeah.
To be fair, I've never asked a spider monkey either,
Uh-huh.
so.
Okay.
But yeah, that never ended up happening. The parents didn't think it was a good idea for me to get a pet
No,
monkey.
no, not a monkey. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that sounds really cool. That's like an amazing experience to have.
Yeah,
To go over there and um, see all the different animals and get that close to an animal is amazing.
yeah.
That's awesome. Really interesting stuff. And I love to hear that you just love animals. That's really cool. So thank you for joining me today. And thank you for being very interesting and talking about what's a really interesting topic. So yeah, thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. And as a reward, you may plug whatever it is you want to plug.
I guess I would just say, like, be sure to check out the forums, the Magento forums.
It's good to
And
have them
then,
back.
yeah, I'm excited. I very much got involved in the Magento community because of them in the first place. So,
Cool.
and then, like, just if you ever have feedback on the community, like, reach out anytime, whether it's good or bad. Like, I want to hear it. So,
Nice. All right, cool. Well, I will include information about you and also about the forums, so when people need to contact, they know where to go. Um, so thank you very much again for joining me. It's been really cool. And thank you guys for watching. And tune in next week for another episode of Mage Engage. Bye.
bye.